Hello everyone, and welcome back to a brand new playthrough. Today we're gonna be playing Trails in the Sky. So yeah, this is actually one of my favorite series. Yeah, and it has a great, amazing soundtrack actually. Great character. Let's see. Great combat. I love it. This game actually has everything I love. So anyway, I'm playing this on PC version because yeah. Anyway, let's get started. Like I said, this is one of my favorite game of all time. Well, one of my favorite game, yes. One of my favorite series, I should say. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, there's a difficulty here. I am gonna be playing on normal because I don't really care about the combat. I care about the story in this game. This game has amazing story. And the soundtrack, man, you're gonna love this game. Alright, let's go. So here's the main character. Estelle. Yep, Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today too. Dun, 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 dun. And Shara's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice my staff a bit before dinner. Hang on, it's so hot here. Hey, I'm home. Daddy! I knew she was gonna say that. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm as fit as a fiddle. That reminds me though, I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. No, you raised her right. So this is Cassius, Estelle's dad. He's actually a really awesome character as well. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now, why don't you come have a look? It's a boy! Imagine your dad bringing a boy to your daughter as a gift. What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? Why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Looks kind of dead if you ask me. I've treated his wounds, so he should be in a stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I appreciate it. Okay. He sure sleeps soundly, and he almost looks the same age as me. How about that? What are the odds? This is the first time I've ever seen a black hair like that too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair, and a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? Fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray mommy? Sorry, I was coughing. Where have you been picking up these kinds of words? No doubt from Charizard. Yes, I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake. That girl is going to get me into a trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business, and I don't even know his name. You mean Bracer business? Yes. So we'll explain what they're gonna explain what Bracer is. Don't worry. Something like that. Oh, look. Huh? He's waking up. Doo, doo, doo. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please, just try to rest. What are you trying to pull? You must be out of your mind. Why? Why did you just leave me there to die? Why? Now that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just worked out that way for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Do you have any idea what you're getting into yourself involved in? Hey! You're just shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be heard. Okay, I played this on the PSP version before. The graphics in this one is actually very, very clear. I like that. I like the improvement here. This is the PC version. Running your mouth like that is gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it, wait a minute, don't try to change the subject. Oh, ow. Ow! Quit yelling. Alright, already. But you jumping on me like that isn't going to make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse. Do I hear yelling? Never mind, just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name! You know that thing that people call you? I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours? It seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve your detriment. Fine. My name is... And it cuts to the opening. Alright, I'm gonna be quiet because the opening is actually a beautiful song. Yep, that was amazing intro, isn't it? It's up there with Suikoden 2, Suikoden 5, Final Fantasy 9. Man, again, the soundtrack in this game is so beautiful. This series, the Trail series, I should say, spans over more than 10 games, I think. So wait, hang on. Is it Trails in the Sky 1, 2, 3, 0, Owl, and then Cold Steel, 2, 3. Yeah, it's more than that. So I'm gonna play this series for the time being. Like, I'm gonna start from the first chapter of Shells in the Sky, and then after we beat this, we immediately gonna go to the second chapter, which is the best one of the series. I would say, like, second chapter of the Trails in the Sky is the best of them all. Ugh, it's so bright in here. That's me. Anyway, yeah. I slept like a rock. So yeah, this is the female protagonist game. So yeah, Estelle is the main character. Joshua, well, I shouldn't say his name yet. Fuck. That must mean it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Well, never mind. You already said it. She already said it. Ah, guess that's a no. Anyway, I think I mentioned it like in the last playthrough of Atelier. You're gonna hear a lot of harmonica because of this. Well, I guess I better get myself ready then too. Yep, you're gonna hear that a lot, and it's actually, I don't mind it because it's a beautiful song. Or about the lights. I actually bought harmonica just specifically just to play this song. I'm not very good at it, but I actually try to learn it. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I told you the soundtrack, man. I can't believe how awake you are, though, even though the roosters still have bags under their eyes. That I mind, what with that siren of song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. Jesus Christ. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age and I'm hardly a man. Just. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You could at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune though. Cheerful yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Yes, that's what I said when I bought it. When I bought harmonica and tried to learn this shit. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing harmonica is fun and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. No girl is gonna be impressed with just that. I disagree, because a lot of girls prefer that type of silent boy. Just don't pay attention to them and then they'll flock over you. Then again, I am me, so. Well, excuse me, princess, for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? Hey, fuck you, I love those. That's enough talk about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really, I'll believe that when I stop finding beetles in the hallway. Hey Estelle, Joshua. Morning, Oto-san. Dad. Good morning, Dad. Yes. Joshua sort of got adopted by Cassius here. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't the both of you hurry on down before it gets cold? Okay, I'm on my way. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget that to pour that energy into your work too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. It'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. Oh, and once we're finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not gonna let you treat me like a kid anymore either. You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and you see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh. Wait, what test? Please tell me that you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the ones that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills that we've been learning in training. Don't you remember Sarah saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Oh, crap. Totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure she will manage somehow or other. I honestly don't know how you survive this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. What does that mean? Papa is sad. Papa is kinda dork. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Ha! You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, the two of you act so much alike. But whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Sarah's going to be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting? God, the soundtrack. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I like to eat, huh? How about Rouen style scallop fish in a balsamic vinegar sauce? Wow, what's that? I know. I think that's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle, or our stomach. You're right, I just want to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelette. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude, but I can't actually say he's wrong. Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of Liberal News from the General Goods Store. You're supposed to be getting latest edition today. Got it. One copy of Liberal News from the General Goods Store. Receive 500 Mira. Mira is the currency of this game. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. I love Cassius. He's a good dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Charizard my regards. Alright, so this is the game. So this is the main menu. Yeah, I think it looks different than the one in the PSP version. So this is her status. What can I see? Oh, there you go. Her weapon is Birch Staff. The equipment, Orpman. They're gonna explain what Orpman is. And that's gonna be in another... pretty much the entire game, the entire series, so it's all about Orpman. That's the item. Liberal Kingdom map. Nice. Tactics. We can set track. Yep. Option. And we can actually save anywhere we want. So let's go ahead and do that. So it's February 29th. So yeah. Alright, let's go. Oh yeah, I can't twist my camera. What's going on? Ah. Oh, I forgot. Circle is the fucking thing. I'm so not used to having circle as a option buttons. Can I switch that? Nope. Elise Highway. Yep, this is the warp map, basically. I'm hoping there are enemies here that I can actually get into a fight before. Bright House. Roland, yeah, that's the name of the city. Wow. Again, this is my first time playing this on the PC version. I've been playing it on Vita or PSP. So yeah, this looks so good. City of Roland. It looks like we made good time. Not too early or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. Yeah. Sunday school. Oh god, I remember back when I was in Sunday school. Shit. My brother was one of the teachers in Sunday school, and he was like such a douchebag. I never dreamed we have to study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today's our last day of training. Should be told though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you expect to get away with any less effort. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Alright then, let's get to it and make it through this last hazing from Sarah. You look ready to me. Let's go meet with Sarah at the Bracer Guild over there then. Except we're not gonna go there yet. I wanna look around some more because I haven't played this game in, oh, I don't know, like 12 years. Yeah, but I have been playing all the other Trails game though, so. This is Renan General Goods. Wrong button. Good morning, Mr. Renan. Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. You're up rather early today. Did you come by to buy a new pair of shoes? Now that you mention it, are there any new shoes in stock? You know, like the new Stregas? Unbelievable. You actually already forgotten why we came in here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying a copy of Liberal News for Dad, right? Of course. Haha, you've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid that the new Stregas aren't out yet. If you're after the latest issue of the Liberal News though, I should have them in around noon. Noon, huh? That's right, in the middle of our training at the guild house. Let's stop by again after our training is over. Sure, I'll be waiting for you. Alright. No, this is the weapons shop. I mean, don't worry, we'll get more money later. I think this is the Bracer Guild? Yeah. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Aina. God, I missed you. I don't remember you, but I missed you. It's been 12 years since I played this game. Morning, Aina. Good morning. Is Sarah here already? Yeah, she's waiting up for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. Yep, this is Sarah's art. Or Sarah, I guess you wanna call her that. The Star and the Hangman. Yeah, she's one of those card readers, I guess. The Hermit and the Magician. And last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Sarah. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, this is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up early. Since it's my last day of training, I figured why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you the credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high spirit attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you! Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out of your ears like it usually does. Wow, Joshua, Sarah is picking on me. Don't worry, Sarah. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rationally, is overly naive, and has tendency to stick her nose into everything, her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an Orpman with some practice. Eventually, probably. I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Sarah, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Yeah, tarot card, there you go. Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important right now. I think it's time we start your final training. Yes. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. Alright, what would you like to know about Orpmans? Orpmans are mechanical devices which operates by using what is known as orbal energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or process Septium installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all phases of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. So it's basically your power. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbal Revolution. About bracers. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guilds, which has established branches across the continent, manage the affairs of the bracers in each region. Yep, so it's basically like a cop, but a better cop. And speaking of cops, you'll hear about it later in the next series about Liberal Kingdom. The Kingdom of Liberal, in which we live, sits on the western half of the Zemurian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Liberal is proud to be one of the leading producers of Septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop Orpmans. Orpman technology has also been a key pillar of support for Liberal in protecting its independence as it has contended with neighbor nations. 10 years ago, when Liberal was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, you're gonna hear that again later, it was the use of Orbital Power's airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberal enjoys peace. And that's all. Let's see, since we got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Sarah, how is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if it were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have your work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked at a desk. I guess she has ADHD. I guess I get all worried for nothing. I mean, that's me pretty much in high school too. I hate sitting down, listening to people talking. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have it. Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. But before that, there is something that we need to give both of you. Aina, are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two. Go get one for each of yourselves. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Bracer Notebook. Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything that you may find and where, these kinds of trivial things can often not become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood. Crap, this sounds like it's going to be a pain. Oh, please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Keeping an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. Wow, a board. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there. When the bulletin board is approached, exclamation mark, it will appear. Pressing the OK button will display the job list. Looks like the job, yeah. Like that. Doesn't matter if it's in front or the back. Doesn't matter. Anyway, you can see my mouse moving, right? Yeah. God, but I'm using the controller today. Training, retrieval, Neo. Cerazard, pay 500 Mira. This training will involve searching the sewers beneath Roland and bringing back the content of a chest. Okay. The details on the job. Yeah. Very good. Looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions as bracers perform on their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the job themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. There you go. What? What does that say? His that's so okay. I was like, what? What is that? Oh, had a change of heart, have you? You bet your ass. Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your new next task. What will we be doing this time? Come on. We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melder's Orbal factory and learning about how to use its services. He has graciously taken time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior. Okay. Dun, dun. Here is where you will learn how to use an Orbal factory's services. At an Orbal factory, you can modify your orbments and synthesize support quartz in order to use Orbal arts. That's quite a heaven. Jesus Christ. Arts have a wide range of effects, and if mastered, can be extremely helpful. Yes. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has had a long-standing relationships with these Orbal factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here? No problem, leave everything to me. So, what is it that you would like to know about? Orbments. Orbments are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means that lights, airships, engines, and so on are also type of orbments. All this stuff are a mouthful, I'm sorry. However, the ones we will be discussing today are battle orbments, which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Since each orbment is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures of these devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which connect them vary. At any rate, that's the layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be open at an Orbal factory. Like this. It'll take a fair amount of Cephit, I don't know if you pronounce it, too. EP, which is needed for magic, yes, that's like the MP. But we'll also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So what is it that you would like to know about? Orbal arts. Simply put, Orbal arts are magic which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle orbments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the Orbal energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since Orbal arts can be mouthful, it's mouthful here. They are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, their corresponding quartz must first be synthesized at an Orbal factory. Orbments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. A type of arts one can use also changes depending on the elemental value and the combination of the installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with a water elemental value. In reality, orbments are much more complex than what I have described, but I think this information should suffice for now. So what is it? Yeah. Quartz. Quartz are circuit made from Cephit. Quartz have a vast number of effects raise the owner's abilities while simultaneously making it possible for them to use arts. However, you will not be able to harness any of these effects until quartz has been installed into a slot. However, there are also fixed slots in which only a certain type of elemental quartz can be installed. This being the case, when you synthesize new quartz, be sure to check your orbment and decide where you will be installing it ahead of time. So what is it that you want? Cephit. Sephet are fragments of septium which are dropped by monsters. They are divided into 7 types: earth, water, fire, wind, time, space, and mirage. Sephet can be exchanged for Mira almost anywhere, but at the Orbital Factory it can be used to synthesize quartz and to open Ortman slots in which to install the synthesized quartz. Blech. So what is it about? Okay, we're done. Looks like Mr. Melders has answered all of your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try and use the services here. For that, you're going to need some Sephet. Receive several each type. Okay. With that amount, you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. No, I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular element. In your case, Extel, any elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be time elemental quartz. Normally at a shop you will be able to exchange Sephet for Mira, but for this training you will not be able to use this service. Upon approaching the counter, yeah, we can do it. Oh, good work so far. If you need to use more. Oh yeah, Freddy! So... oh, we need 20. Jesus. Okay, well, fine. We're gonna make a new one. So 20. This is time. So this is action. Increase my speed. This is for Joshua. And I'm gonna use this one for attack. Actually, I'm gonna want to buy the evade one as well. This is for later anyway. Yeah, okay, I forget that in this one you can't really cheese your shit, as in having 100% evasion. Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna put attack here. Action. Yeah. Alright, looks like you were able to synthesize one. Next, I want you to increase the arts you can use. Now install quartz into your Orpmans so that you can use both recovery and attack arts. Quartz can be installed in the Orpman screen. The Orpman screen can be utilized by selecting Orpman. Okay. But I already did that. I mean, clock up is good enough. Nah, man, fine. You want me to use to buy the blue one, right? Like that. Alright, looks like you got both recovery and attack art set up. If you balance your arts out between each other, like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your Bracer notebooks contain information about which quartz allow you to which arts. If you like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts in your Bracer notebooks and find something that works for you. We're gonna check that a lot, actually. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open a new slot in your Orpmans. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you'll have. Since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value increased by opening up slots, it would be a good idea to open them all early on. Now I want you to use this Sephet and open a slot on each of your Orpman. Go ahead and decide which slot you're going to open. Sweet, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna open up this one. I see you managed to open one of your ornament slot, Estelle. Since your central slot is not limited to a particular elemental, you are free to install any type of quartz you like. I did. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've been waiting for, the qualification test. Ooh. Pardon? Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test. Again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? I'm fucked. Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. That's what I say all the time. Sarah be like, I'm old, I'm tired, and I'm working I'm work with fucking children. I completely ruined the whole quote, but whatever. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for. How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Joshua, help me! Taskete! Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it, and good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua! All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect you to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What's wrong, Estelle? Sarah? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and I even made you jot down what you read in your Bracer notebooks, unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells? What a relief. Oh, divine Adios. Yes, Adios is the god in this game. Or goddess, I should say. I forget. Is it goddess or god? I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. So what you're saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orbital Factory. I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like a grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll ever even be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try to at least look a little anxious. Just so you know though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose. If you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Roland Sewer. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real living breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let your guard down, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Tear Balm, that's the healing spell. Well, not healing spell, healing items. Medicine, I should guess. Monster Guide. What's this book about? What's this book for? It's called Monster Guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? Yes, that's what Sun Tzu would say. That's exactly what I'm going. You really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tips, Sarah. Well, we'll put it to good use. Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's don't forget. Though this is an exam, we should make sure we treat it as such. Yep, this is the sewer. So I'm gonna do the combat, and then after that I'm gonna end the part. Dun, dun, dun. There appears to be a recovery point set up over there. Let's use it if our HP and EP become low before engaging any further battle. Yeah. So yeah, orban charging stations are recovery points set up in dangerous areas. As a recovery point is approached, yeah. It's easy. Sounds like a plan to me. Anyway, let's go. So these are the enemies. It's a mini bug, I guess. And it's not a random encounter too, so this is a good setup. This along with Sea of Stars has been my favorite thing. I'm honestly getting tired of random encounter. Monsters at 12 o'clock. Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind sight. Got it. Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. The condition of the start of battle will change depending on how monsters engage. Engaging an enemy from behind is advantageous, while being attacked by an enemy from behind is disadvantageous. Yep. Yep, so this is like the battle order bar. Indicates who attacks first. It starts from the top and moves down. So this is like this. This is basically like a tactic RPG. So you can have your character move. Since that monster is like really far, we can't really reach him. What else? You can use item. You can use art, but yeah. Craft. That's gonna be later. I'm sure they're gonna explain it. Hint. Attack an enemy. You may also use it to move if you are using a mouse and click an empty location. The highlighted area indicates the distance and a character can move. Selecting a target in this area will move the character to attack. When an enemy is out of range, an icon will appear on your cursor. Selecting an out of range target will move the character as closest to it as possible, but no attack will be performed. That's fine. Anyway, let's attack this dirty rat! Also, if you notice, Estelle has a staff, uses a staff. Joshua uses 2 swords. It's actually, from what I heard, that the developers actually makes this like a nod to a Suikoden. Estelle using staff because of Tyr Magdal from Suikoden 1, and Joshua using double sword is like it's a nod to Suikoden 4 Laszlo. So yeah. The Falcom developer is actually a fan of Suikoden, so I'm happy when I played this. I was like, no way, that's awesome. Aw, man, I couldn't reach them. It's not attacking back. That's weird.
Alright, we're good to go.
Also, that voice actor. That's actually Johnny Young Bosch. Yay! I love Johnny Young Bosch. He's gonna say a lot of cool things later, especially using S-Craft for Josh. Anyway, I'm gonna end the part here. So thank you all so much for watching, and yeah, we're gonna see more of this later on. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. Stay tuned and stay safe. Later.